We're gonna change it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's not working.
Jump scare.
Welcome to D&D.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. It has been quite the week in between, but I am excited to get into things. Last session, you guys made some major developments. You found a very important destination along your journey. Going off of the journal, it led you to a place that, while Hyluna did not explore this area, several of you got the feeling that it might be helpful to ignore the warnings and to go in to the creepy ruins high up, frozen in the mountains. And so you did. You found remnants of a civilization that, from what you could gather at first, had some sort of ability or knowledge to go between the planes. And eventually, you got to talk to somebody who is intimately familiar with said civilization, as well as contents of the book that you've been following, the Journal of Hyluna, which includes the towers that you guys have been finding throughout the world. So you talked to this figure at first, and eventually you learned her name, Laira. And you have been asking some questions. So I gave you guys the week to think about some more things you want to ask her. Shoot.
Y'all go first.
I insist. You go first. I have so.
insist.
All right. You want me to roll a dice?
No, fine.
I don't have questions.
Go ahead, roll.
Okay. Who doesn't have questions?
Me.
Okay.
Give me 10 minutes. You guys
I'm
go.
gonna get
Run.
questions based on context.
All right. Well, Null is first. That's 5. Null is muted. Null might be doing other things. Null, are you doing other things?
Null forgot to unmute himself. Null doesn't have questions.
Gotcha. In that case, that is a clause. Go ahead.
How did your people fall?
It's a heavy question.
I'm sorry to ask.
For context, I will assume that everybody's moved back to the main chamber and sat back down.
Yeah, we-
We're in a little circle.
So
Lay back down.
she-
Yes.
kind of shifts back and forth to get more comfortable, and then says, I actually came along after my people had already gone. From what I understand, it was not so clean cut on what the exact reason was. There were several issues. Some of them were global, some of them were to do with my people. The catalyst was some sort of magical infection.
Magical infection?
This, mind you, was a long, long time ago.
How long ago?
We are how many years into this era?
A few.
Almost 1,000.
The previous era lasted almost 2,500 years. And the one before that is when my people had the most development and eventually downfall. The magical infection was dealt with by the gods eventually. Something in a far-off plane that they tapped into to research and ended up corrupting anything with magic.
Do you know what school of magic that was?
I'm not intimately familiar with the schools of magic.
Okay.
I pursuit that, although I've had time, have not had interest. Also, it tends to get you noticed by powerful wizards, and the last thing I need is another powerful magic user climbing the mountain and discovering the secrets that I've spent so long trying to protect.
Now, if that was the era previous to the last, and you came along after, were you born within the last era?
Circumstances of my existence are not something I wish to discuss.
Oh, that's completely understandable.
Do I need to roll the dice again? or-
I have a question. I just don't want to ask it in front of other people.
Oh,
Well, unfortunately for you, there are other people here, and I will not be taking a private audience.
I have a question.
Very well.
Are you aware of other groups who would like to breach the barrier?
Many of the Thorns think that breaching the barrier is the answer. Some of us think that it is better to have a door and the wall than to tear it down altogether. As for outside groups, well, if any have popped up in the last 800 years, I would not know.
Does anyone have some parchment and ink?
Barry has
No,
honey.
I-
Should really think about getting some.
I don't, but I don't believe I do. Let me check.
we always have another backup as well.
I don't.
I was just about to say that.
If you use honey to raise, I'm going to make you make a dexterity check for wherever you're putting it, that it does not ruin the paper and all of the other paper.
We could
Well,
mix,
we could make charcoal.
we could mix oil or charcoal into the honey.
Do you mind if I were to draw a symbol on the ground with honey?
Huh?
Are there any writing instruments in here?
There is not.
Is
Okay. I
it-
figured we should ask before
is the
we...
ground covered in loose soil? Because we could just get a stick.
We don't need a stick. We just need
He's
a
going-
finger.
Could you verbally describe this symbol first, please?
It is a symbol of a group whose end goal is to breach the barrier. They're known to the rest of you as the cult. They are led by a figure with the symbol tattooed on her chest.
And who might they be?
She is a powerful fae. She is known as the Enchantress.
From the Fae?
From the Fae.
This is news.
Yeah. This is.
Who might this figure be? And how close, if you know, are they to their goals?
I do not know much about the Enchantress, but I know that she's not very close to her goals from what she conveyed to me.
So you've been talking with the people we don't like?
Not exactly.
How'd you get a hold of all of this info?
She visited me with a warning
When?
after we apprehended Jacob Door.
Oh.
Victor,
Yes.
you recall saying something moments after apprehending Jacob Door.
The woman?
The woman.
The woman? That. Oh! Oh! Then?
It appears so.
She warned me that breaching the barrier would make Volthune and the rest of the material plane vulnerable.
They are potentially correct.
She also warned me that if we were to get in her way, she will not hesitate to burn us all apart.
Kind of rude.
A bit, yeah.
Lovely.
Well,
Are they?
intimidating.
Was that demon statue just a red herring then, or?
I'm not sure.
Dots are connecting.
Thank you for sharing.
Wait, so you said they want to break the barrier?
Yes,
Yet they know it'll be dangerous, yet they still want to.
I mean, don't we?
Yeah.
How do they know it's dangerous? Like, in what dangerous way? Because it's obviously going to be dangerous, and it's, you know.
breaching the barrier exposes Volthune to powerful entities.
Demons,
Yes.
devils. There are unsavory creatures that the gods wished to keep out of this world. They did not want to be too discriminatory, so they locked everyone out.
If we both have the same goal, would us opening it open it for everybody? If we were to open the seal or whatever?
If you were to destroy the seal, there is only one seal on the world. If you were to use the technology of my people, though, it would only be you that has access. Whoever else can get to this machine.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Because I was going to say, if the only option was to break the seal without this machine, then if that was like the only way, then I don't think there'd be any reason for us to be enemies of that group if we had the same goal. But if we can get in without letting them in, then it's fine. We'll do that.
Even if we have to breach the barrier. Remember that she's behind the blue crystals.
Mm-hmm. No, I'd rather get behind the seal without letting them through. I'm just saying if there's no other choice, then we might be forced to cooperate in order to break something.
I think
Might
they'd have
you
a lot of.
enlighten me on what you were talking about?
There is a blue crystal.
Several.
Yes, there are several. They are different but have similar properties. On contact, they will attach to your body and they will grow, slowly replacing your body with blue crystal until you are just a crystal monster.
They suck.
You
Is this your magical illness?
notice that a sense of recognition flashes across her face. And at your question, Tauré, she says, "Not quite, but it's too similar not to be suspicious." No. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Nah. If you knew about this Fae, do you know why they would have created these crystals?
No.
My question is, what's the agenda with these crystals? Because especially, we have a common goal, and it's just confusing.
The crystal, it seems, was a mistake. They needed money, and Jacob Dorr offered his money. In exchange, he requested help in killing his family.
So they sold their like all their magic who's its and what's its to Jacob Door.
Not sell, no. They partnered with Jacob Door.
To control
Ah,
him.
No. He offered his money in exchange for help getting full control of the estate. But that was a mistake. She was the one who tipped off the Ivory Ward.
oh. So he was doing crystal stuff and it got a little out of hand, probably.
Yes. And presumably, she was the one who locked him in his room.
Oh, so we just made things worse by letting him out.
Yeah, we did.
That's Arby.
But we couldn't have known.
He was suspicious from the beginning. I had
have
a feeling, and I
question
ignored it.
regarding this enchantress. What capabilities does she have?
From what I know, she specializes in charming people's mind.
Checks out.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Does it?
Creepy name.
It does not check out with her actions in my eyes.
Laira, have you ever heard the phrase, Hell's Hand is Rising?
No, I have not.
Okay, that was used by several members of this group before they self-immolated themselves.
That seems more in line with what an enchantress would do, but I question the need for such a weapon. For somebody who can probably very easily get what they want through their own powers.
Have they been?
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe she's ingrained in some pretty high up groups in the city and she can't really go out and do things herself because there's a lot of eyes around. So maybe she has to use different means. I don't know.
In that case, what would be the point of requiring a large amount of currency if you're already high up in a position where you are likely around
Okay.
And in that case, even less sense to risk such a weapon in the hands of somebody who you could just as easily charm.
I imagine the nobles would have some sort of protection against her power.
Has she
Not
been?
exactly
Begin.
what I was saying. According to your story, that is not what she attempted to do. Correct?
Correct.
She attempted to bargain with some sort of noble to gain their estate, whatever their flow of currency is. Do all of the nobles have anti-charm?
No, they would not.
That's what doesn't add up for me.
Most of them hate magic. If anything, they would be vulnerable to her charms.
Strange then that she would go to such...
She went to a magically involved family.
What did she say to you?
She said what I've said to you all.
Word for word.
No, I paraphrased. But I did not leave anything out.
Okay. So it was basically step off?
She did also say that her power is fading. Just like mine.
Mike? But what about the Varys? How is he gaining power?
I don't know.
That's not something we have the means to answer right now.
Kyris, how can we be sure that he's not listening to us right now?
We can't.
I actually recognize that name.
You do?
We do.
Among the powerful magical beings trapped on the plane, I would not suspect him of ill-doing. He has visited me a couple times here in hiding.
But still, how come his power is growing while mine fades?
What did you do for the past 980 years?
Serve people beer.
Not quite.
You were staying safe.
The opposite, actually. I adventured for the first 30 years.
What made you stop?
I got bored.
Regardless of your reasonings, one thing my people learned when traveling to other planes is that the longer you stay away from your home plane, the harder it is to fight atrophy, whether it be physical or magical. Now, you must have been quite the powerful being in your time if you have done nothing for the past 900 years and still retain any of your power. But I can't imagine it being an easy road ahead of you, trying to build that back up so far away from where your powers originate. If you had perhaps been more conscious. Well, then I imagine you would not be here.
What if she's not trying to go back home? What if she's just trying to breach the barrier to grow her powers so that she can do things here
Well, yeah, that's my question. Like, why is she trying to get power here? Because if she were going to go to the Feywild, she can't really utilize her power here. So yeah, maybe she's trying to make a bridge or something to get her powers.
The method in which you were contacted, could you describe it? It appears, based on the testament of your companions. Just describe it.
Just shows up, I guess. But
Hmm.
he can also be there without being there.
I understand Thavari. I know him. I am referring to this
Enchantress lady.
Oh,
yes, third
I'm not
Fae being.
here.
She also just shows up. Though I don't think anyone else can see her when she does.
Actually,
Victor over here with the actually.
The
Actually,
30,
I did see
35
her.
passive perception or something.
Jeez, 35. No.
24, but close enough.
whoa,
Victor, you saw her in my eyes, did you not?
I did.
Victor's passive perception is actually closer to 35 than Eden's. As in,
Yeah.
like,
I am terrible at noticing and remembering things.
Did Barrier Eye notice the woman in the eyeball thing?
no.
Okay. Right. Yeah, so that's...
And-
Because I remember hearing about it, but our characters didn't actually see it, so...
Well, I can't be certain, but that leads me to believe that you are making a mistake in underestimating her current power.
Can you do anything like that?
Not if I want to avoid the wardens.
Yeah, she might be intentionally hiding her power to remain inconspicuous.
How has she not been contacted by the wardens yet?
Are you sure she hasn't?
I hazard a guess. The wardens are a rather prideful bunch, and they don't believe that anybody could have knowledge of the barrier without actually inspecting it. It's potential that she has a thorn working with her. One that has slipped beneath their radar. Or, if she does still retain her power of charm, potentially anyone who wanted to disturb her walked away.
Could she be a thorn, maybe?
No, I would know.
Okay.
No one from the other realms participated in construction of the barrier.
Your people who are from the astral realm. But you are from here.
Correct.
Well then, I think we need to get more information on this person. Because there's a lot of unknowns right now. I know.
It appears questions keep coming and no answer. Well, some answer.
Yeah, and it looks like she cleared out of the out of Hollow Star, at least from what we saw. So I don't know where our next step would be to go and find her.
This took place in a village?
It's a city. Isn't it the closest city to where this is right now? No.
Hollow Star has grown into a big city.
Ah.
It's quite large.
Yeah.
Humans grow fast.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hollow Star has gotten quite substantial. And they were set up there in the religious sector, under a cathedral. They had some culty stuff going on, but they've cleared out since we apprehended Jacob Door.
I have a feeling those cultists were not there by choice.
Well, they may have been. Yeah, if she's got mind powers, they may have been under her influence.
Well, I've said all I know about them.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
I have told you everything I can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no more secrets, bucko. And you see Torres being intentionally snooty.
Oh no, there are some secrets left.
Everybody has their secrets, so I don't blame you.
Secret.
Everybody has those days.
Everybody has those days.
You just need to have a sleepover and spill them all.
It is best if you do not know them.
Uh-huh.
Is it better for you or better for us?
For you.
Because better for us.
For your safety.
It's okay that you keep your 1,000-year-old secrets. It's okay. I promise. I feel like if it would put us in danger, then it's best that they stay secrets.
Probably.
I can tell you this. Not everything is as it seems.
I agree.
It never is. It's never simple.
Nope.
That's ironic,
Everything has
coming from a
layers.
shapeshifter.
I thought changelings didn't live for too long anyways. Like, what's the deal?
Out of character. That's out of character because he doesn't know about changeling.
No, you said I did. I
You know a little bit about changelings, but not that much.
Oh, okay. Well, never
What's your
mind.
lifespan?
It's anybody who lives for 1,000 years like that has something going on. That's pretty obvious to everyone.
Cough, cough. Immortality, cough, cough.
Sippy cup.
Sippy cup.
I have concerns about the wardens.
There is nothing not to be concerned about.
I think it is best to have a plan. Barry, you need to hide the journal.
Yeah, definitely.
Do not say anything unless you are questioned.
So no parading around saying how much we want to do something.
Some of you are terrible liars.
Iris kind of
Kyris
just
looks away.
smiles and like looks all proud of herself.
Some of you are terrible at holding back the truth. The whole truth.
I'd say I'm an
Maybe
average
we
liar.
should learn another language.
And I will
Pretend
point
we-
out, none
Pretend
of
we don't
you
speak common?
Yeah.
I will point out that none of you knew about the journal, even though it was in my tunic the whole time, until I let you know about it.
The less we say, the better.
I wasn't planning on speaking to them in the first place.
Keep a low profile. Say as little as you can.
Well, we don't exactly blend in.
Yeah. I mean, some of us can do it, but
Some of us.
the rest of you are screwed.
I don't know
Wow.
how the rest of the world has changed, but 3 of you are either descendants or directly from another plane, and I'm not sure what's going on with the masked one. You don't
Huh?
exactly
Oh,
blend
I know.
in.
Look,
Wrong masked one.
it would honestly be worse if it wasn't on.
Wrong masked one.
Nope, that's the right masked one.
That's
Really?
he's weird.
She has not referred to Krios as the masked one this whole time.
Oh, I'm not mentally here. I'm sorry.
I blend in a lot less in my previous form. And I turn back to Themis.
Whoa, it's that really important city guy.
The
Oh my
innkeeper.
How did you like my reenactment of every time we go into the city?
Exactly my point. I turn back to Na.
Well,
I can blend in somewhat okay.
I think I blend in fine. Thank you very much.
High five, Victor.
High five.
High five.
Okay.
And
Yeah, sure, it's my job, whatever.
I don't pay anything.
My tax dollars pay your
Yeah.
salary.
My tax dollars, they... My
I'm
bad.
not believe you guys.
Keeping the city safe,
Nope.
bro.
You know, if you're a member of the guard, you legally have to tell me.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Yep, that's me.
I wasn't quite present when we first met Victor, but I'm very glad we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
neither was I. We were both kind of on the verge of death.
A little bit, yeah.
Just
All
a tiny
right.
bit.
First impressions, guys, they're crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
My first impression was being saved by a stranger.
My first impressions was I had a good berry shoved into my mouth.
It was for the greater good.
Yes, I know.
Haha, good berry. Very good. Wow.
When we return back to the city,
Which we should do soon. I think there's a festival coming up.
Oh.
remember that I am Themis. Not Na. Themis.
No, you're not. No.
Nah.
Got it, Themis.
Well,
I still have a question.
very well.
Are you sure we can't have a private audience?
You know,
Yes.
just
Was that
puts
your
her hand
question?
on her
No, I
ears.
have,
Like, here's your private audience.
I have a small little question. Do you
Very well.
think that we should break the barrier, or do you prefer the idea of having a doorway instead? What is your personal belief?
If the barrier is to break, then that is not something that I can stop. But what I will work towards is a passageway between worlds. This planet has been it is like when you take a predator out of its habitat. Anything that it used to eat now, uncontrolled, spreads, and in turn they destroy what once may have been beautiful nature. This intervention was not needed in my eyes, and while the growth of the different races has been great for them, it has harmed the planet in countless ways, and it has created a massive amount of suffering.
When you say the planet, do you mean there are other planets?
Space Lessons 101.
No, I mean other like inhabited planets that have other things going on. Not like, man, do other planets exist?
Like, no way. Planets, no, there's no.
You mean this place is flat?
As or I would, yes.
I mean, I feel like there's some knowledge, at least, with like telescopes and stuff, that there are other planets, right?
If I remember my history correctly, there was once an Astari outpost built on another celestial body in this plane, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it was. And it is most likely long gone, as with all of the other Astari ruins.
Interesting. Okay, well, everybody plug your ears.
Okay. La 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 la.
No, thank you.
My ears are cupped.
I will not.
Okay, well.
Can I keep my eyes open?
We are a group.
Thing is,
and
this
work
chance is
together.
too good to pass up.
Can you whisper it?
You know what? Okay, we were gonna get here at some point, anyways. Laira, were you active on this planet over 800 years ago?
Yes.
On this side of the continents?
Yes.
Okay, do you happen to know... Do you know of the Forsaken Island? It may have had a different name at the time, but it's south of this main island.
Yes.
Do you have any possible knowledge about providing a timeline for when that happened?
When that island was Corrupted?
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have to have her roll a history check. Hold on. Yes. That island was subject to a terrible pride unusually found among the ranks of elves. It is corrupted because it no longer receives the natural flow of magic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that puts things into perspective. As far as the timeline, it happened at some point during the Third Era.
What? I don't know what that means, Moo.
You are currently in the Fourth Era. The Fourth Era started when the barrier was put up.
So more than 1,000 years ago.
So more than 1,000 years ago.
Okay.
I cannot give you an exact estimate, but it was one of the reasons of evidence for many of the gods wishing to close the barrier. So,
Okay.
I would guess no more than 2 centuries before the turn of the era.
If
But-
that was one of the reasons, why wasn't it from this realm?
I sensed some trepidation in asking this question from your masked friend. I can answer if you wish to have that context.
What did you ask? Say that again.
Why would it affect the gods wanting to separate the realms if the island is from this realm?
I'd like to hear the answer.
The island remained attached to the earth, but the city atop it did not. You can see ley lines, correct?
Yes.
You notice what is powering this contraption?
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine taking the full force of not just one ley line, but 2 interlapping. And, well, look around and find out, as they say.
I am
Jesus
aware.
Christ.
What exactly happened?
It is the one place on Volthune not touched by natural magic. Which means that anything and everything that magic can be, but the world protects against, is allowed to grow there. You may have gone down to Pithos Climb, but you more likely than not would not have actually gone to the island. there's no one to take you.
Okay. Also, do you know how old the script is on the Waystones?
Well,
It's an old form of primordial, at least.
yes, it was actually a very old form of primordial. The first form, in fact.
Ah, I see.
The script was actually lost to history, but with the aid of Anatras and the aid of Peritia, it was recovered in order to lock the stones into this plane.
Okay.
Do you know what it says?
It is rites, incantations, magic engraved into the stones. Some of them have inlays. It would be best if I did not go into how the stones were created. If you were seen anywhere near that information, the wardens would kill you on sight.
I would like to be alive. Then, yes, thank you.
At least this way, though, you have a chance to be arrested rather than murdered.
Understandable. I suppose.
How many gods have visited you before?
The actual gods. They only get involved when something is stirring. Nothing has been stirring for 984 years.
Interesting. Yeah.
It occurs to me, Masked One. I know who is still on that island. Might you still have a connection there?
Very long pause. I do. Although there's not as great a connection anymore.
I understand. That fills me both with confidence and dread. I believe this mission is possible. But anything that the gods are involved with are... well, there's a reason the last time they got involved, it was the herald of a new era.
Tauré.
What?
Where are you from?
I'm from that island.
I see. What are you looking for, exactly?
You can see Tori's hands are kind of shaking a little bit. I'm looking for my city.
It's not there anymore?
I'm afraid not.
That is a mystery.
Wait just a second. Clausie, what did you not hear? Oh, okay.
You are older than what you told us.
I am... technically biologically 100.
Technically.
You have past information that making you older?
I tried to stop that event that caused the island to be as it is now.
What happened to you?
I do not know, but I failed, and you can see he's clenching his fists pretty hard there. And I was presumably put into some form of stasis. In which time I became the way I am now.
So was your skin condition caused by that event?
I would assume yes.
You see.
Some things are inevitable. Can't stop everything.
When did you wake up?
A couple of weeks ago.
Weeks?
That's so recent.
That's why I know a lot about the other continent, why I was surprised that what's the other kingdom called? Conquer? Or no,
the Empire of Volthune.
That's why I was surprised they had reached so far. But I found my way to Hollow Star quickly, because I was led there.
By who?
By the person that remains?
There is no person that remains on the island. There are many old, ancient, natural spirits that reside there. There was a grove of tree spirits, and over time, many of them went insane because of the effect on the island, and there are only 3 left that make any amount of sense. They are the ones who sheltered me.
Although she does not say anything, you see a pained look in Laira's eyes.
Tauré is still shaking. You do not know from what, whether it be fear or rage or anxiety.
You cold?
Cold?
Are you cold?
Was that necessary, really?
I'm simply concerned.
You did what you could.
Hurt.
You don't know. I could have done more.
You couldn't have.
I feel like a lot of us could do more, but we can't change the past.
You did what you could.
No. You did what you could.
You did what you could.
Believe what you'd like.
You have a group now.
Laira?
Yeah,
You said time may pass differently in the Feywild. I am being led there. I do not know if my city is there, but if it is, would any of them have any chance of being alive?
when the world was sealed, elves lost their connection to the Feywild and no longer lived much longer than a human lifespan. I imagine that wherever they went is probably more connected to the Feywild than here. Even without time manipulation, it's possible that they are still around. But as I'm sure Tauré can attest, as well as Na here, the Feywild is not one place. It is several places, and time passes differently in each of those places. So there is a potential that your people landed there and hardly any time has passed at all. There's also a potential that it has been 10,000 years rather than 1,000.
But there's hope.
There's
Very well.
no more hope than a coin toss that I can provide.
I will need a moment, and he's gonna get up and walk off.
Well,
Does the rest of you wish to ask me anything else? Or shall I continue to the task at hand?
How was your day? Before we joined you.
Uneventful.
That's good, I think. Is that good?
Uneventful means the wardens have not found this place, so yes.
I have a question.
What is your question?
I pull out the letter book. Have you seen this before?
That in particular, no. It seems to have some sort of minor enchantment on it.
Would you happen to know anything about a sword? It's a little bit of a long shot, but if we're asking, might as well.
Very well. You, I presume, pull out the sword and show it to her?
Yeah, I'll pull out the creepy death sword.
This is out of the bounds of my knowledge of magic, but I can tell you that you see her eyes flash over for a second, but rather than looking at the sword, she's looking at you.
It's creepy.
The sword is the product of the same magic that you are.
How do I fix it? Can it be fixed?
I imagine you could potentially seek guidance. Fulgidus, the god of radiance, might have the power to reverse this. You could seek a temple or a cleric. If he still has those, I'm not quite sure.
Can I get you to write that name down?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Making sure I spell it right.
Thank you for your help.
And now I ask yours. We will not be able to power a machine which has no guidance. So, we will need to replace the celestial orrery that fits into the chair. Now, we have, as I'm sure you've noticed, the material plane and the plane of water. While you could probably attempt to travel to the plane of water, it would not be a very good chance of landing where you want. And you would most likely die.
Ooh. Doesn't sound optimal.
Therefore, I propose that I give you the locations of some other Astari ruins. Perhaps one of them has the pieces that we need. It will be a difficult journey. But there is another on this island. assume, although the masked one is not here, that he is in line with the rest of you of wishing to receive this information and pursue this course. Am I correct?
Yes.
Very well. This station here was constructed in part because, for one, mountains are the easiest place to get to other planes from. But for two, there are several structures on this island that served more functional society building purposes than just travel. Now, there's one other travel hub which I imagine gives you the best chance of finding an intact orrery. But it is a long trek and there's no guarantee that it is whole. There are also several other places, like I mentioned, that would have needed to contain orreries, but they were constructed out of much more brittle materials. And the chances that those are completely whole are next to none, but potentially a ring here or there. I'll give you the locations.
Appreciate it.
Now, I don't have an exact map prepared for a lot of these, but she does mark on the map, and let me make sure you guys are on the right thing. You are. Let me quickly mark the big location so you know where that is. It's the purple dot that is, as you'll notice, unfortunately not in the country that you are in. But there are some smaller ones that are in closer areas, including one over here. One over here. One over there.
We should probably check the closer ones first.
It's probably wise instead of trekking all the way over there just to maybe get something good. Let's check what could probably be bad, and then if we don't find anything, we can just go all the way over there anyways.
Where are we on the map?
So, you guys are at the very top of Hollow Star Mountain. Basically, you know what, I'll mark it with to this guy. You guys are right there. You sank your way up around the mountain, and are currently, if you were on the other side of the mountain from where you are right now, you would be overlooking Hollow Star.
Is one of those dots in a location that would be relevant to Barry?
Yes. Or at the very least, near there. Yes. 2 days. Probably 2 days for the one on the two bottom ones. The one that's higher up, assuming that our starting destination is Hollow Star, the one would be like 2.5. But the other ones are about 2 days even.
Festival
Yes.
time.
I will also ask that you look for something else. The orrery is not the only piece missing with this machine. There is a focusing lens that, well, as you can see, this contraption is rather large, but the energy required to actually form the portal needs to be concentrated down. Presumably one of the other machines has a focusing lens, but again, your best bet would be the location in the north. Now, as I've told you, my people predate me by a significant amount of time. I know where the pieces go together and how the pieces go together. I may need assistance when constructing this. I don't suppose any of you know a priest of Cataleya or somebody who can build things.
Unsure. I don't think I'd be of much help, but I could try. I don't know if anybody else has any of these things.
I know how to bake. Yeah, no.
I'm sure we can find someone. The challenge is finding someone who can be discreet about this.
Well, I'm sure anyone sufficient in both craftsmanship and magic would finding out about the Astari would be quite eye-opening, I think. Mortals in this realm have not had this kind of technology for over 3,000 years. No one remembers it. Unless there are any other questions, I believe your path is set. I have a few requests. Do not attempt to contact me by magical means. It will not work. Do not mention my name, where I am from, the Astari. All of these things can and will get all of us killed, if not imprisoned.
I understand.
As I said before, if you encounter a warden, Do not make mention of Hyluna or her journal. Do not give this location away.
We will do our best to keep low profile with all of this very important information. I think everybody is aware that they should not talk about it aloud anywhere in the public. Everybody's aware, I
it's a
hope.
warden.
You'll know.
They're quite distinctive.
Okay, so they
think it
won't
was
like
mentioned
disguise
that they-
themselves as a mundane human.
I think it was just mentioned
above
that they'll
that.
just tell you.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
They'll be like,
They
hey,
believe they are
Just
above
making
that.
sure.
With that, you guys have asked your questions and been given a mission. I know G is not here right now. But I did want to go into a break because we're getting about that time.
Just play Jeopardy music.
I know. He left it. He left at the midpoint.
You really did.
come back.
You know, for choir practice, we were saying G G G G G.
Well, I hope I didn't prematurely drop that information, but this is like the only chance I had to ask her about important stuff.
Now that was interesting.
That was bomb. I was so excited for Tauré lore.
That was vibe.
Yeah.
thirsty.
We're slurping it all up.
Yeah. I love lore.
It's impressive that you lose an entire city, though.
I couldn't tell if that was meant to be mean or not. That's impressive.
Wow, man.
Torres already,
Like,
he's already
wow, how did you
destroyed
lose
with
an
guilt.
entire
If you
city?
said
He's, like,
that to him, he
sobbing in
might
the corner.
actually- Tell you what, where he is, he's on a rock with his bottle of Laniels.
Oh no! Welcome back.
All right. Our camera master is back. We are taking our 10-minute break right now. So go ahead and switch us over to that. There we go. Oh,
Hey, we all listened and didn't actually talk during the transition.
What?
Yeah, we're so good at listening, guys. Good
we
job.
came in
Alright,
ready
good
to take our
job.
break.
You really are.
I started writing notes for and it's like very vague for my eyes just to look at, so I remember what we're supposed to be doing.
The extent of my notes from today's session so far are shit's getting wild, like Fey levels of wild.
That's such good note taking. We should get you
I
on
literally-
on the lore team.
I was like, we need to look for these things, and so I just put looking for the thingies. And that's enough
Nice.
for my brain to get it, probably.
I
need to
put
look for the
connection.
Brain. My brain.
I'm gonna grab a snack because I have eaten 3 mandarin oranges today, and that is it.
Consume.
I want pizza.
I'm gonna
What
go
kind of pizza is it?
Colombo.
Yeah,
I
like
love
cheese.
cheese. Cheese pizza is the best pizza.
If you have good pizza, it's all you need.
Exactly. Pepperoni's
The
okay.
best part about eating pizza is pizza.
Is that the Folgers?
Yeah.
That's very different items.
It's not quite the way I remembered it going.
On weekend mornings when my alarm my alarm doesn't go off on weekend mornings, but when I wake up, sometimes I sing to myself, the best part of waking up is going back to sleep. Then I roll over and I go back to sleep.
That's kind of berry core, actually.
There is definitely some self-insertion with berry here and there. Although I prefer maple syrup to honey, but you know.
Oh, maple syrup is so good. I went to the maple syrup festival the other day, but it was like
That's so Canadian.
the lines were so long. I didn't even get to get the taffy. We just got a little treat left, which was devastating because they boil
to drink maple syrup.
No. Oh well, yeah. There are you can do that, but they boil maple syrup. And then they put it onto like giant blocks of ice and they roll it around and it hardens and then they give it to you on a stick and it's really good. Really good, guys.
It's like another character concept on berry levels.
Yeah. No, that's just a Canadian.
Do we...
Someone legitimately asked me if we pour maple syrup on snow as if that was a surprising thing.
I mean, I do that.
Yeah, it's a normal thing.
Yeah, that's a thing in the U.S. too.
You just have to have snow.
Or like pancake syrup, or honey. Well, not as much honey, but pancake syrup.
Pancake syrup is trash.
It depends on what you have on hand, but yes, it's not as preferable to maple syrup. I think what we do is we do sweetened condensed milk and maple syrup.
Interesting.
And call it snow cream.
Well, I think it's more to do with like, does your family do that? Because my family did not do that, and we are, in an area with a lot of snow, and definitely could have done that, but not in the culture. Yeah, or ice or whatever. There's the same difference. That's Canada here half the year.
Ew.
But I mean, I have a giant yard. The road salt does not get, or at least my parents had a giant yard. The road salt does not get there.
Ooh. Have you guys ever been asked if you live in an igloo?
Wow, that's
someone genuinely asked me that once.
What? Yeah,
you know what?
It's like.
You know what?
Yeah.
You now live in an igloo, the same way that Pasta lives in the mountains.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh god. Shouldn't have mentioned that.
Better than living in the middle of a cornfield.
Yeah, poor Noel.
The corn boys live in a cornfield. There is no overlap between Ben and the corn boys, by the way. That makes no sense. You're welcome.
No idea what that means. Yeah. I mean, I'm a little bit farther away, especially in my parents' house.
I hadn't heard about the horrors of the bean until tonight.
Yeah.
The bean. Ew. Ew. Ew.
I'm like 2.5 hours from the bean, and I've never been to the bean, and I plan on never going to the bean.
You hate the bean? Anyone that's close to the bean does not want to see the bean.
Although
I wanna see the bean.
I do love calling it the bean because Anish Kapoor hates when you call it the bean, and he's
Oh,
in
really?
Forgot that he made that.
I want to see the
I think I've
bean.
seen it twice. One of those, just like a school field trip, something.
Oh.
Harassed at the bean?
They just get mad.
Funny, 'cause I've never seen them or heard about them. Ah, okay. I haven't been during that time. Yeah. One minute.
Do you want to see the robot reveal? I think they're from Iowa.
Corn.
Could be Indiana.
I was gonna say most of the Midwest states have.
They
Yeah.
before Indiana Beach closed, the theme song for Indiana Beach was "There's more than corn in Indiana," and now there's just corn in Indiana.
Yeah.
Really?
I've never even been to a Six Flags.
All right, folks. Back into the game. So you guys are still sitting on the floor. Laira has just finished up talking about the road ahead. So what is it that you all would like to do?
I think I might want to try and go back down Hollow Star.
We're gonna go to the
And not
city
die.
and go have a fun time.
Yeah, fun time.
All right. In that case, I assume everybody is grouping up and starting to head out.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk by Victor.
If we're heading back to the city, remember, I am Themis. I turn back to Themis.
Got it, Themis.
All right, Themis.
Who's not? No idea.
Nice to see you again, Themis.
I'm a top tier liar.
I wasn't even lying.
You're not wrong about me.
You are actually a really horrible liar. I'm so sorry.
I don't
mean,
have much to lie about.
Everybody's a horrible liar in my eyes.
True.
You scare me, Victor.
Barry just doesn't say
He's
anything, so
Victor sees through everything.
Barry had
Which is
empty all
why
the time.
You are
Very-
Lie if you don't talk.
Got any problems? Put some honey on it.
I mean,
Tori's just not tired. Actually, I want to make a Constitution check because I was imbibing. Oh, nat 20. Cool. So the whole bottle's gone.
Oh no.
No, that's not how we go about our problems.
Tauré.
Oh, apparently Tori does.
Tauré was just drinking because he liked the taste.
It's cold. Just drinking because it's cold.
Tauré, I do have a question for you. Are you like,
He kind of just looks at you.
are you well? I mean, I can understand everything going on, but like, when we first met you, you were in rough shape. Is it getting better, or? Yeah.
Oh, you mean physically?
That was a period of adjustment, and I'm fine now. But
So it has gotten better?
This condition has not changed.
Okay. Just wondering. I'm sorry about what happened, by the way. We should probably be on our way.
Very receptive.
He's going dark. He's like DNI. Only real ones know DNI.
On Do Not Disturb perpetually.
Like the full blackout account with like Bart Simpson profile pictures.
No, he's just regressing back into bad memories.
Oh boy.
Going
Pretty
into
boy.
the dark place. Damn.
I needed to give a visual representation of this.
That's not what I thought you were gonna
Yeah.
say. You meant when you said Bart.
What a best friend.
D&D.
Just kick him while he's down, why don't you?
I'd want to comfort as the best friend, but there's not really much that can be said. Especially since...
Well, you haven't even said anything yet. You literally haven't spoken to him yet.
Damn, what a
All
best
out.
friend.
Betrayal.
Just giving him a chance to express his feelings.
Yeah, Victor's listening intently.
And before
I
he's
hope-
just like, "Wah," and just like collapses.
I hope you know every time I'm silent, I'm like either like very not paying attention at all, or I'm nodding my head and you just can't see. I'm like, right.
Just so you know, Tauré, there's a 50-50% chance that I actually
was
cared
listening
about
then,
your
I was
horribly tragic
listening.
backstory.
It was lore. I was listening. I had to listen.
You had to.
Important character lore.
Or... Krios, where are you?
What do you mean, where am I?
You're invisible.
Where are you? Yeah, you're invisible.
Currently, I'm right next to Tauré.
Okay. Yeah.
There's only 6 of us. Only 6.
Arguably, I feel like Krios' head is the easiest to count.
Literally, the that can see him anywhere. He's a landmark.
had a question for Krios. Krios, come over here.
Yeah, Eden.
Keep talking because I need to remember my question.
Oh, okay.
So
good.
good.
Yeah. I need a
Somebody
second
exploded,
to-
guys. Come on. You took too long.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
sorry,
Well,
sorry. Which was exploded?
Do you have 3 yellow wires and 1 blue wire, or 2 blue wires, 1 white wire, and 1 green wire? Oh. Is it a blue rune? And is the light next to the runes green or red, or not at all?
I don't have any wires.
Oh, I kind of want to play
That's
this now.
really messed up. There are no wires. I've seen clips of that happen. It's so funny because they have to reset every expectation.
Can Victor go to Tauré? Because you guys pointed out that I don't want to be a bad best friend. I'm going. He is strolling over to where Tauré is, and just like
No, it's not.
silently puts his hand on his shoulder and just like gives him a good pat, you know.
That's rough, buddy.
Thank you.
We'll figure everything out.
Yes.
You know, it's all good.
You can see his shoulders that were tensed up kind of relax a little. And he's like, okay. He's got nothing left to give at the moment.
Oh,
Damn.
He's currently in a struggling moment.
Does he have the energy to make some tea?
As somebody who actually does that kind of tea every day, absolutely not. It's a very involved process.
Okay, so it's not like making some tea would make Tauré feel better.
Wouldn't take his mind off things.
If somebody else knew how to make tea, maybe it could be a kind gesture.
Kyris is gonna go up and
Yo.
give Tauré a hug.
oh my god. Kyris,
Oh
huh?
my god.
He's very surprised by this.
I'm surprised.
Seeing as how past conversations have gone.
I'm surprised you. Wait, no. You're surprised. We're surprised.
He cautiously returns it.
I'm sorry. And she kind of just goes back to sitting down and being silent.
Yeah, I finally remembered my question. Krios. Can I ask about your eyebrow scar? Where did you get it from?
Eyebrow scar?
Whatever scar
The
you
one
have
above
on your
your
face.
eyebrow. The one above your eyebrow where the
Oh, the little star thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't actually know how I got that one. I've had it since, quite frankly, as long as I can remember.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sometimes babies
Can
are
I
stupid.
have another scar story?
Most?
Is there anyone that's like really significant to your life that I can know about?
I have a few that are rather significant to my life. Not many that are entirely visible, and I feel like it'd be more
Of
awkward
course.
if
No.
I showed them to you.
Also, it's really cold up here.
On the
This
topic of scars, Kyris kind of just like touches her back a little bit.
You got
Eyebrow
scar
raise.
stories?
Not for right now.
maybe for one day.
Okay. Roomy
One
day
day.
kind of story.
You know,
I
we've
say as it's raining out.
Speaking of rain, it does begin to snow outside.
awesome.
Scenery!
That's not rain. Snow.
God, I love snow.
Precipitation.
I'm going to catch a few snowflakes and just stare at them.
How much has it snowed?
Roll
I
a
thought we were
dexterity
walking.
check. Eden, dexterity check.
Oh, 7. That's awkward.
You see, as you guys begin to exit, Eden looks up and gets real excited for the snow. And then tries to catch a couple snowflakes, but it's not snowing that hard. So, like, she just keeps missing them. And, like, walking into the wrong areas.
I just look down at the ground and go
Not
stand.
before getting a
Victor.
snowflake directly into your eye.
I'm just silently crying now.
I want to catch a snowflake.
Is that a tear or a melting snowflake?
Mm-hmm.
Both.
Exactly.
The answer, yes.
The answer, yes.
All right. I'm going to ask from 2 of you in the group for a survival check as you guys start making your way down.
All right, I know
Ooh,
you're
I want it.
going through a rough
I-
patch.
I think Barry should probably be one of them to do a survival check.
Apparently, I have really strong survival skills that I
'Cause
just checked.
Barry's a +6.
I think.
Wow.
I'm +4.
I think Tauré kind of does it subconsciously, so you can just like follow his footsteps, basically, and you'll be fine. I rolled a 21.
Interesting.
I rolled a 14, so dirty 20.
Bro, for real, is a survivor on God.
Honestly.
Okay. As you guys continue throughout the rest of the day, the snow begins to pick up.
Let's go, it's a blizzard.
I can actually catch snowflakes now.
I don't think that's a good thing.
You can catch snowflakes, but as your mountain experienced friend might be thinking, a lot of snow on the mountainside can be very dangerous.
Avalanche.
Now,
Echoes.
for the most part,
Go.
given Tauré and Barry guiding, you guys are okay, but they're not as experienced in snow. So you don't lose the path, but I would like everybody to roll a Constitution saving throw and put it in the Roll20 chat.
21.
Are you serious?
I rolled an 8!
I rolled a 3! This is what I'm supposed to be good at! Oh my god!
Oh my god, dude!
He just lets the snow take him.
I'm so sad!
Cold, just like my heart.
God.
No.
So,
Like, I can't feel this.
with a 21, Eden, you pass.
Hell yeah.
16s for Kyris and Barry. You pass. 15 for Na. You pass.
Oh.
Oh no.
For Victor with an 8 and Krios with a 6. You guys incur 1 level of exhaustion.
Lovely.
Hey, exhaustion buddies.
Now I'm actually tired, guys!
Congrats!
Tauré,
Uh-oh.
your mind is out of it. You're trudging through, locked in your head. The path is not lost to you, but you keep forgetting to put your hands in your pockets to warm yourself up. You are sluggish and slow. You incur 2 levels of exhaustion.
Damn.
Oh man.
My speed is halved.
Yes.
Ooh.
Can we carry you?
You are not carrying anybody, Krios.
I should try
Not
and carry
you.
Tauré.
Not with that exhaustion, dude.
I promise, guys.
My
I'm
group had something. Okay, I'm sorry.
strong enough.
There is only like 2 people in the party that you could actually successfully pick up.
Okay.
Maybe.
Let's
And
find out.
one of them is
Bet.
Momo.
Oh.
I bet a giant elk could carry Tauré.
How is Momo faring the cold?
Momo's
Oh, he's
vibing.
got insulation. He's fine.
Momo's in a house of hair.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah,
warm.
it's really warm.
True.
Mhm.
Have you ever used it as a hair scarf?
I'm just gonna cut off all of my hair.
Can I ask if Kyris is just vibing since she's in her winter form? Or since she grew up in the cold?
You passed your check.
I know, but still. I'm.
Yeah?
You okay?
No.
I'm not sure what you want from me mechanically here. You passed your check. You didn't get exhaustion. You have one from
I'm
before.
not asking mechanically. I'm just asking.
Oh well, yeah, that's fine.
She wants you to narrate how good she is at going through the snow.
Yes,
Yeah.
you're very good at going through the snow. We're all very proud of you. Everybody looks at you and is like, damn.
Wow,
Like
you're
you're
so
out here.
I do not do that, but
Yeah, no, Tori
I
is
do
not
not
focused on anything but
All of us
Russian.
but Tauré. We're like,
You
wow,
know,
wish I could do
currently-
that.
Skipping
currently
through the
mentally
snow.
ill.
he's reliving watching his whole
Mentally
city
ill.
explode. So
Oh,
Having flashbacks
Oh.
in the snow? Awesome.
Are we in an anime episode now?
Yes.
yeah, it's
Okay.
a flashback. Everything's black and white. Somebody's sitting on a swing.
Yep.
Give me a script and I'll read it in the voice.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
For those who didn't get that, that's every Naruto flashback ever.
Exactly!
He's sitting on a swing in black and white flashback. I have not even watched it, but I still know that.
He has but one memory.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. You're gonna have to link it. 'Cause I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's got it on hand.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's a little too energetic, though.
hey, Victor.
Yes?
How you doing, buddy?
How do you think?
It's a little bit chilly out.
Tieflings.
It's a
Oh, the two
It's a-
Every one of these
Typical.
roles was so good for our characters.
It was.
Like the two tieflings don't have it good, and the one guy who's like in his head is just really not doing good.
And I just have a helmet to pair. It's just personal installation.
how are you, Krios?
I have no meat on my body. I am so cold.
Yeah, I feel it.
Just burying
I was
you
gonna
guys
go
around the
try
honey
and
flask.
stand next to them and just like send them telepathically my warmth.
That's not how telepathy works, nor physics. So unfortunately, no.
Sending you some warmth right now.
I don't care.
No, like,
I give you my hand. Hold my hand.
oh my god, okay. Victor will hold your hand, but it's freezing. It's freezing. It's cold. It's really cold.
I'll hold your other hand.
Yes.
Victor has two hands.
Yay!
Kyris, come hold my hand as well.
We're holding
Dang,
it.
dang.
My
How does
best
Kyris
friend.
feel about that?
Nah, she's just gonna storm ahead all grumbly now.
Sorry,
I was
Victor,
just,
buddy.
like,
We're not
side-eye
holding hands.
Krios.
I need to go.
Go comfort your girlfriend, please.
Honestly.
It.
Go warm each other up.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Old.
At it again. All right, so as you guys make your way down, I will say because of the weather, the amount of distance that you traveled is not as much as you did before. When night falls,
Can we see the Milky Way?
you cannot see anything because it's snowing.
God damn it!
That's
You're right.
how clouds work.
You're friendly.
So, that being said, yeah, you guys are going to have to find shelter. So I'll allow a couple more survival rolls.
Can we build an igloo?
That would take hours.
Barry's rolling for survival.
I'll roll for survival
Hot
too.
damn, that is a 25.
Wow. Well,
That was
we're
a
talking
12.
about surviving. Oh,
No.
never mind.
Fine. We got Barry.
Yeah, that's what we need.
How many
Barry's
people can
carrying us.
Eden, you find a little nook that's on, the underside of a cliff that might be sheltered from the wind, and you're like, I don't know about this spot. It's okay. And Barry just like points your arm up a little bit for a hole, and then it's like, yeah, that one's gonna be a little bit better.
That one.
Yeah, that's exactly what would happen, actually.
All
And
right.
somehow Barry finds a whole bunch of dry firewood on a mountainside with no trees, and that's covered in snow.
Well, unfortunately, unless you guys have brought anything to burn, there is not much in the area.
We have like torches, right? Oh heck! What if we put all the torches?
One big torch.
You want... I don't know if that's a good idea. It's like, let everyone know where we are.
But also
wanna freeze to death?
consider it's really
No,
cold.
but I also don't want to die to monsters.
Well, I'd like to not die of freezing to death. Thanks.
Hypothermia.
Victor, do you want a hug? Because I can give you at least a little bit of body warmth.
Yeah, please. Oh my god.
Okay, I hug. I won't, go. Best friends.
Warmth for the first time
Warmth.
ever.
Kyris?
Krios. Kyris is
He kind of just looks at him.
Kyris is still mad and so crazy. Like,
I just slowly.
She looks at him and then she just kind of opens her arms.
Oh, thank goodness.
Also, Barry would like to use Druidcraft to make a forecast for the next 24 hours.
You motherfucker.
You do that?
Go ahead and roll a d20 and tell me the number.
That is
Oh my
another
God.
19. Holy crap.
Ooh.
My d20 is being kind to me today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, roll me a d8.
That is a 1.
Oh.
Okay. Roll me a d6.
Balances.
And a d6. Okay.
We enter
That is-
into a torrential downpour.
Mhm.
Icicles come rain from the sky. We all die.
But there
DC.
is a rainbow on the other side.
d6 was a 4.
the rainbow.
Okay. I didn't need a d6. I just wanted you to roll more dice.
Oh well, I can roll a d12 if you want.
Yeah, go ahead.
11.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Okay. One more.
D4. This one hates me.
Roll. Let's go.
Yep.
Oh, that one gave me a 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, percentile and a d10.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it. That is a 60 and a 9.
On 420, nonetheless.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I love my D10 so much.
That is the perfect combo.
What silly little dice.
Okay. So, good news. The snow's gonna stop tonight.
Epic.
Bad news.
Bad news. There's a cold front coming.
Oh no.
You will not be able to gain any benefits of a long rest tonight because of how freezing cold it is going to be.
Awesome, guys.
Another point of exhaustion for me.
Yeah. Oh. You know, at 6 points you die, and I'm at 3 now.
Oh my god.
For
Yeah,
those
what?
of you, for those of you who have a point of exhaustion, recall that sleeping in the wilderness only gets rid of half of one. So you will have an extra day to get rid of the ones that you have.
Mm-hmm.
This cold night is not going to add another point of exhaustion,
Oh, thank God.
but it is going to increase the amount of time by an additional day. So,
Oh, mine
Or-
was gonna go away tonight.
yep, it was, and now you're back up to a full one. For Claws and Krios. Claws
Wait.
and Krios? No, for Krios and Victor. I was looking at your name and thinking of the list. For Krios and Victor, you guys are still at 1, but it will take you 3 days instead of 2. For Tauré, you are still at 2. It will take you 5 days instead of 4.
Oh, okay.
So really for exhaustion, it's more like you have exhaustion points, and every 2 points is a level.
Okay.
Awesome, guys.
When you're out in the wilderness, that is. So,
Awesome sauce.
So glad we're heading back to Hollistar.
it's awesome. Okay, yes, you are heading back to Hollistar, but you still need to make it through the night, so I will ask who is up and when.
I'll take first watch.
Oh,
Ooh.
Ooh.
I wanted Victor to be up to whenever there's like a couple of people that I think would be fun for Victor to speak to.
I
I'd
kind of wanted
like
to
to
stay
talk
up as well.
to Na.
I'd also like to speak to Na.
if you do not mind, Kyris, I would like to take first watch with Krios.
Absolutely.
For the 8-hour sleepers, you guys can choose to be up for 2 hours during somebody else's watch if you want to.
Yes, I would like to be up during
I'll stay up with
second watch.
Kyris.
Okay, so I believe Kyris and Tauré would be taking the first watch, unless Nova, you think that Tauré would just try to go
Stonk
back
out.
to sleep the whole time.
I think he's.
Or would he have trouble sleeping?
I think he's getting a little bit better because he's had a couple hours, but to think about it. But he'd probably have trouble sleeping.
Or just take the night to rest. My eye is itchy.
Okay.
Gary's gonna offer his honey flask around to everybody.
Thank you.
Very.
I'd love
Great
a
way to
sip.
spread disease.
I'll take like a
Sap.
tiny drop thing.
Honey's good for that, so, you know.
I'd love
Does
some
have-
honey.
Does have antiseptic properties
It's a cure-all.
Antimicrobial,
and antimicrobial, I guess.
Thank you.
Fungal too.
Does it cure trauma?
If you
If it
drink
cures
enough of
trauma,
it,
too.
Probably
probably.
good.
Alright. Who's actually going to be up? Tori, are you going to be up for the first watch like you're supposed to? Or are you
Probably,
gonna...
yeah. Probably can't
Okay.
sleep.
Barry will stay up for the first couple hours.
Yay.
Yeah. So, Tauré, Eden, Barry, and Kyris are all going to be up during the first watch. For Eden and Barry, you guys are only up for 2 hours of the first 4 hours, so you can decide if you want that to overlap or not. But I would like all of you to roll perception.
This is about to be the most perceptive
Oh, this
perception ever.
fits. Another nat one.
Oh my god.
God.
20.
Keep in mind, this is an ability check, which means
Oh,
that
well.
anything with a level of exhaustion.
Let's
Oh,
be real.
damn it, I have to... Oh, I just
I
dropped my
can't
dice.
get any worse.
Yes, that is true.
Oh, that's another nat one. That's 3 in a row.
Oh my god.
That's 3 in a row.
My second one was a 17, so a dirty 20.
Oh, I've got
Nice.
the level of exhaustion too, right?
Yeah.
No,
Not yet.
My second one was. Oh, not yet.
Yes. For Barry, Eden, and Na, who did not have a level of exhaustion, it will be incurred at the end of your long rest.
Okay.
For the moment, you're fine.
Well, my first roll was a 21, and then my second roll, which doesn't matter anymore, was a nat 20.
Oh,
Wow.
Well, it wasn't going to matter either way, but... Okay, you guys may take your nights to talk, and I'll tell you what that roll means later.
Today
See, I
was
wanted to
eventful.
yeah. It was. We learned lots of things.
Pardon?
We learned lots of things.
Yes, we did.
Tauré, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?
What was that
Tauré's
last
up,
part?
right?
Yeah,
Are you okay?
I will be just fine.
If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm always here.
We
Thank
all
you.
are.
That also goes to everyone else that's up.
Iris kind of just reaches towards her back again, just thinking about it.
Do I notice?
I don't know, do you?
No,
I don't know, do I?
And you don't have night vision.
Nerd.
Wow!
Wow.
But Barry would notice.
Yes, sir.
Barry's just going to.
See, I can't see, but Momo can.
Is Momo relaying information?
You can just
Hi.
barely see two
Can you-
little pinpricks of where the light is reflecting.
Oh, terrifying.
I love it.
Thank you all for your concern.
Yeah.
Well, we're
we're-
kind of
This is-
stuck together, so we're gonna be concerned.
Mm-hmm.
gonna
This
find
this
out all of your mystery.
this mission's kind of all I have left. Emotionally.
I have this in Krios, and that's about it.
Eden kind of just stares at you guys for a second.
Well, upstairs are where she thinks we would be.
Which is actually-
shots, dude.
Which is actually nowhere near where everybody
Honestly,
actually
I'm
is.
just like staring at Barry.
away.
She's
looking at the wall.
I mean, we have a campfire, right?
Mm-mm.
There's
Oh,
nothing
we
to
don't.
burn.
Campfire.
I'll
You
do
are.
dancing- I'll do dancing lights.
You wake everybody else up.
It's dim light.
Just kidding.
And Eden realizes that her back was completely turned to everybody.
Yep, I'm like, that's awkward. Slowly spins around. Now I kind of just
Turns
stare at you
around like
guys
she's in a swivel chair with Momo on her lap, her
Yeah.
hands together.
I need a Momo plushie.
Yeah, today has definitely been eventful.
Oh god. I don't
Yeah,
want to
not
be
the
the
BBG.
big bag evil.
Anyway, let's. I'm probably gonna regret this, but anybody have any questions?
I do.
Trying to open up more, so.
That's good. Ow.
If you watch a city explode, what is the statistical likelihood that my family is still alive?
I'm not a mathematician.
That's the most Krios answer. Sorry, the most Kyris
Krios?
answer I could freaking think of. I read it as she was typing it again. Okay, leave me alone.
Anyway. But all you can do is hope. I know that's a shitty answer, but
Laira gave me some hope. I thought if time passed normally, there's no way they'd be alive anymore, but if time passes differently, perhaps.
I believe your family is still alive.
anything else?
I'm trying to think. Is there anything you want to share with us?
Trying to be an open book, but hard to pick a certain thing. A lot has happened.
Is there anything that's like really on your mind right now?
Yes.
You want to share?
I will share a little of it,
Yay!
but
I hope to provide comfort.
I will say that I didn't want to share this with the whole group because it is very personal. She removes her chest plate and lifts up the back of her shirt to show a giant scar running down her entire back.
I just let out like a small gasp.
This happened when I was a teenager. Something with my family. I won't tell you the whole story. It's not the best. But talking about families and scars, it just...
I'm going to adopt you into my family. We're siblings now.
It's just been on my mind.
Or
Gee, shut up. I will not accept this in this chat.
Got that,
charisma
Riz.
caster? Gee, please.
Moo, please remove them, please.
I don't even get. That's where it came from. Like,
I hate it though.
Charisma. Charisma.
Shut up, I'm
why
trying to
do
be
you
edgy.
sound like those videos of like word pronunciation?
Because I was
Charisma.
Charisma.
Mhm.
Oh, that's patient.
Charisma.
Oh,
Charisma. Charisma.
Oh my god.
Anyway, shut up, I'm trying to be edgy. Let me be edgy.
okay, go.
Her shirt falls back down and she puts her chest plate on. That will be one of the only times you see me without armor, so feel special, I guess.
I feel very special because I
You-
get to
you-
know
you-
you.
You can't sleep in armor, by the way, otherwise you get exhausted.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
I assume I.
She takes her armor off under the sleeping bag so nobody sees her without it.
Yeah.
That's how that works. And ever since that day, I adopted wearing at least something protective. Whether it be small and under my clothing to this.
That's smart.
Maybe one day you'll get the whole story.
I'm looking forward to it.
I don't think you are.
I want to.
Clausie, no, it's no fun. has it. Klaus has all the stories.
I'm sorry, there's a what? There's a happy birthday song for Eden?
What?
It's Eden's
What?
birthday, huh? Anyways, chat. It's very... lots. I don't know what I was saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any questions you want to ask me?
What are you looking for in this adventure? Why are you doing this?
Why am I here? Why are
Why
any
are
of us
you
here?
Why are you here, Eden?
Why am I here? I asked myself the same question. No. I'm looking for something in the Feywild, and I think it might have all the answers.
So we have a common goal, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like I have a lot of common goals with a lot of people in the party if we're all trying to break the barrier. But a member of my family is sick, and I need them to not be sick, in fact.
I wish I had that kind of care for somebody. At least family-wise. I have that. I guess I have that care for all of you. And she kind of just looks over in embarrassment.
I just let out a tiny little squeak. Can I hug you?
Fine.
Yay! I am still
Barry,
not
do
letting
you
go.
want a hug too?
I mean, you know how bears love their hugs.
Come here.
Hey, oh.
I knew it was coming.
So did I. Come here.
For real bear hugging.
I'm still hugging on to Kyris.
There's a group hug happening.
Kyris just stopped hugging you back. You're just still there.
I'm just...
Arms are to her side as she's waiting.
You just
But
hear, like,
she
small
doesn't want to be
stars.
mean. She doesn't want to be mean and push Eden off.
Eden just, like, falling asleep.
Eden, get off of me.
Oh, right, sorry. Sorry.
Barry, would you like a hug?
Absolutely.
I guess I'm making my way around with hugs now.
Woo!
Krios won't feel special anymore.
No!
Does Barry wild shape to give a proper bear hug?
Oh god.
Please no, you will crush me.
It would be very warm.
I mean, that's
should
one
just
way
start
to get
laying
warmth,
on
I
us.
suppose.
Let us get a full rest.
Unfortunately, it only lasts an hour.
Oh man.
Hour-long hug. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
Why am I getting a DoorDash notification right now? Hello?
I don't
What
know.
food are you getting?
I'm not getting food.
Someone's getting a DoorDash.
Anyway.
Barry,
Barry
Yeah.
hug.
do you have anything laying on your mind?
Hold on, let me give Barry a hug.
Thought you already did.
Barry hug.
And
I'm
it's like
content with my life now.
the most Words. words in my brain are
Words.
not doing the together.
That would be
right
like
now.
a very strong hug, because I would imagine Kyris gives like those safe and protecting hugs, because that's what she never got as a kid.
I'd hug everyone.
So awesome!
So awesome! Wow!
So awesome! Wow, that's awesome!
That's awesome! That's awesome!
Done.
And Barry would, of course, live up to his name.
Bear hugs, bear hugs, bear hugs.
You make a strength
Okay,
check.
now can I know Barry's story?
So Barry or Kyris?
Barry. No, Barry.
Barry.
What'd you say?
Make a strength check.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh
Please
no.
fail.
Please fail.
Wait. What's my modifier?
Please fail.
It is a 9.
So, Kyris, you end up hugging harder than Barry does. Yeah, you feel your back crack a bit.
Kyris, like, after all of these hugs, she kind of her eyes start to water a little bit, but she doesn't let anybody see it. She kind of just, like, looks away and, like...
Okay, Eden can't see anyways.
Hat nerd. Yeah! She's trying to hide it. She's very trying to hide it.
My eyes are just like trying really hard to adjust to the dark, and I'm just like staring at your heads. Like at the top of your heads. I'm like, yeah, this is eyes.
I think Tauré's fallen asleep at this point.
I was gonna say, well, at this point, I guess, yeah, you could fall asleep and then wake up later. So here's the thing about elves. Their sleep is not normal, it's trance. I'd like you...
More trauma!
I'd like you to roll a con check. Check, not a saving throw.
13.
Not another nat 1.
Imagine.
That would have been awful.
You are able to sleep. It does not wake you from your trance immediately. But for the 4 hours that you spend reliving your past moments, they are not in the present. They are 1,200 years ago, when the city you called home disappeared in an explosion of light, leaving you scarred and twisted. You can't think of anything else. For the rest of you.
The rest of you.
Na and Krios will take their shift soon. Eventually Eden and Barry will fall asleep. Tauré has called it an early night, so Kyris, you get the pleasure of waking people up.
Hey, question real quick. What did our perceptions show?
Luckily, it doesn't seem like anything is outside the little hole in the wall that you guys are in. That you've noticed that the snow has started to die down, as Barry predicted. But it is freezing.
Okay. I go over and wake Na.
Oh, it's my turn already?
Sadly.
Yep.
Already? Nah, you've been having non-stop nightmares for the past, week.
Kyris, before you go to sleep, I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
How can I have a hug?
Yes, you can have a hug.
Everyone else is getting one. I won't.
And funnily enough, you were conscious to see that.
It's just there.
You guys also recall that Victor mentioned he wouldn't mind getting up for your guys' watch, so I'll leave it up to you on whether or not you actually wake him up.
Oh.
Yeah, we can wake him up.
Just let him sleep.
Imagine.
Sorry to ruin your beady rest.
Couch, are you here? Because you're muted.
It's just snoring.
They're not here. Alright, well, the other two of you, go ahead and roll perception checks for your watch.
Victor was just that sleepy. He didn't wake up.
Yep.
Just yes. So disadvantage for all of you, because two of you have exhaustion.
I got 2 3s. What the heck?
Damn.
So that's a 7.
All right. And we'll get to Victor whenever Victor gets back. So I'll allow you guys to take this opportunity to converse.
So, nah.
I am Themis. It is best to get used to it.
Right. Sorry. Yeah, it'll take a little bit, but I'll get there. Don't worry.
After unsuccessfully trying to wake Victor up, Victor shoots up in his sleep.
Oh my gosh, Victor!
Hi.
Perception
Good
check.
morning.
Disadvantage.
What do you do?
Looking.
You are on your night watch because you mentioned you wanted to be up during the second half.
Yeah, hold on.
Just want to get your perception check out of the way.
Disadvantage.
Yep.
Oh god, my buttons. They're not working. Hold on. Oh, 26.
With disadvantage? Holy shit.
Yeah. I got 2 17s, actually.
Nice.
Wow. I got
hold
2
on,
3s.
Hold on.
You got the other half of the nat 20.
2 17s plus 9 with disadvantage.
Jesus. Plus 9. Jesus Christ. I created a monster.
Yeah. Where you created 2 monsters?
Victor comes in a little late. I want him to just like be there and
Buddy, it's cold. Can I hold on to you?
yeah. I couldn't sleep. So
Kyris
Right.
gets jealous in her sleep.
she's seething in her sleep. She's
It was Kyris that decided to hug everyone else
Email you.
except for Krios. So
Krios was asleep, thank you.
Krios was literally conscious.
Krios,
He's supposed to be asleep.
Krios does not sleep, if you recall.
Yes, I know. I'm very aware.
They share a room together.
Yes, I'm aware.
They're roommates.
So every
hate
time
you all.
Kyris sleeps, Krios is just like staring at her for 8 hours.
No.
4 hours.
No.
4 hours, thank you, but no, that's creepy.
I'd like to inform you that it is very much like Jonathan Sims. Which
Clausie. You don't want to know.
it's a very good reference. Just trust me on that, guys.
Enough of the Magnus archives out of you.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. So
Anyone?
you're shapeshifting. How does it work?
I just pick a person and then I shift.
So how do you choose who you're going to shift?
I just think about them.
Do you
I
have
just
to
kill
know-
them.
Do you have to know what do you have to know about them?
If they don't exist or they are dead, I just need their appearance. If they're alive, all I need is their name. Their full name.
So you can transform into people that are alive?
I can.
Could you transform into any of us? I mean, you know our names, right?
I can. But I won't.
That's fair. It'd be a little bit creepy.
Respect on that. You know? I wish I could transform.
It would be neat.
Hmm?
It would be neat to have that power.
Yeah.
Krios,
What?
do you know if Kyris likes flowers?
I hope so. I keep giving her some.
When we get to the Feywilds, there's a flower that I think you should give her. We call it the Violet Thorn.
Oh.
Roll credits.
Who said the name, guys?
They said the thing.
Themis. Speaking of the Violet Thorn, so you've been the owner for how long?
About 900 years or so.
You've seen you've seen a lot of people in and out of the inn, right?
Yes, I have.
Oh.
Have you seen, like, I know this is kind of a broad question, but have you seen any tieflings besides myself?
Yes, that's a pretty broad question.
Blue.
Blue.
Ha-
Oh, blue.
That
You know about his brother?
staring.
Sure,
I hold the
you know that.
information.
Just reword it.
For blue tieflings, not in recent years.
Unfortunately, I have not. Not in recent years.
What about, like, 30 years ago, maybe? Actually, those are pretty recent. For you, at least.
What about centuries, Themis? Have you ever seen a blue tiefling?
Last time you remember seeing one was probably like a century ago. They're not super common in this part of the continent. Definitely not in the high up place, where you reside.
I didn't expect to get very many answers from asking this, since it's, awfully rich area.
It's a long shot, but
It's quite the long shot.
Unfortunately, My clientele are on the upper class end of the scale.
Yeah, I assumed. I mean, how else are you gonna get all that money, huh?
Victor, who are you looking for?
I'm just looking for people. And it's been a while. And I have no idea what happened to them. So I thought that I'd ask since, well, hey, you've been around a while.
You sure have.
Victor looks down, you know. He I don't know what is there like snow on the is it like a snowy on the floor? Floor?
You guys
Ground.
are in, like, you could barely call it a cave, but there is no snow on the ground where you are.
Okay. He just like the awkward sad kick on the ground type thing. Like
Can I hug him?
Cringe.
he asked to hug me.
Do you want another hug?
Sure.
Here you go, buddy.
He's like chuckling, but he kind of like he seems a bit sad about it, but
You're gonna find them.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, I'll find them. It's fine.
If you've got
Just let
people, you've got people out there that you need to find. We're gonna do it.
If anybody, it's gonna be us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, the energy is a little low now.
I mean, it leads into my next question pretty well. I was originally meaning to ask this, but I guess you are more than welcome to put in your answer as well, Victor. I wanted to ask. I've talked about this with Kyris before, and you, Themis, were the one that wanted us to get into an adventuring party for the benefits. If you were to die, would you want us to bring you back?
Keep in mind, resurrection spells do that automatically. A resurrection spell is not a guarantee. It will always request the soul if it wants to go back to the body. So you can, if, for instance, you cast resurrection, true resurrection, even revivify, the soul has the option not to come back.
But does it take up the ingredients even if it doesn't go at? Okay, yeah, that's what I want to ask.
Resources and all.
Yeah. Resource management.
You're asking them to sign a DNR.
Do not resuscitate.
Do not revivify.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
I have a lot of unfinished business. Yeah. So, yes.
Yes. I would like to come back.
Of course.
In the shadows.
What do you guys think of resurrection?
It is a tool to be utilized in the right circumstances.
I agree.
When does it change from being a good tool to a bad one?
When it is used to prevent natural death. When it's used to bring back someone over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So making yourself essentially immortal?
Through brute force, yes. There are other ways of extending one's life that are less brazen.
Brazen? It's a good word for it.
Raisin?
Brazen.
Oh, I heard raisin. Raisin.
Now make a religion check. Victor, you can make a religion check as well.
Awesome. Ooh, 7.
Ooh. Okay, 18. You recall especially because your clientele is very rich and the idea of subverted death is heavy when you throw that much weight around. For most resurrection, it is not considered an evil. And even basic necromancy is not considered that evil in Hollowstar. But they do have a distinction. Yes, some spells have necrotic origin, but not all of them are true necromancy. Bringing somebody back from the dead is one thing, but forcing a body back to life to serve you, or even worse, forcing a soul into that body, that is much, much worse. So, when Krios asks his question, when the soul and the body are no longer participating in the process, at least according to the clerics in Hollowstar, that's when it starts becoming evil.
Are you asking for my opinion or for the law?
I guess I'm asking for both.
The cleric says that it becomes a bad tool when the body and the soul no longer have the choice, when they are compelled to come back. You already know my opinion. I've already told you.
They also agree with your stance on the end of a natural life is the end of a natural life.
Would you know if you made that choice?
I hope so.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Krios,
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an insight or religion check.
Let me see whichever one's higher.
You have higher insight.
Yeah, definitely. Do I have to make that with disadvantage?
For this, no.
That's a 17.
You would know if you made the choice.
Hi.
You ask that question, but as you ask it, you know the answer, which is you would know if you were given the choice.
Good question.
Krios,
Yeah?
what were you doing before you got the sword?
Before I got the sword, I was trying to get revenge for my parents.
What do you remember from before you went to bed that night?
It's a lot of fighting. A lot of death. A lot of fire.
Do you know how long you were asleep for?
I'm not very good with time. It's more Kyris' thing, you know?
Was it always like that? Or just...
I mean, can't say I've ever been very good at passage of time. I mean, I didn't quite care for keeping track of the days. There was a certain section of my life where I don't even think I kept track of the years. I don't even know what my birthday is. I'm kind of just assuming my age.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is there anything about the sword that you haven't shared with me?
I think I've mentioned everything that I know. It's connected to them in some way.
Krios, I think you were asleep longer than you know. Do you know if you were put into some sort of stasis?
Sorry, can you repeat that last one?
Do you know if you were put into some sort of stasis?
I don't think I was put into stasis. No.
You haven't slept for 3 days. at least.
Gotta be honest. No, continue. What?
Has it always been like this?
Not always. No. I mean, I used to have dreams. You know, really good dreams. I'd go flower picking. You know, it was nice.
When did it start?
When I got the sword. I feel like that's kind of when a lot of things started, quite frankly.
I think you were asleep for a very long time.
I know it was a while. I mean,
I think you were asleep for longer than some lifetime.
before that happened, I watched my village set on fire. When I woke up, it was built completely differently. And I didn't recognize a single. So, yeah, I tend to agree.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
You are older than it seems.
Seems a lot of us are like that.
I hope the sword does not come to bite us.
I hope it doesn't either. I mean, we've got enough problems by ourselves.
I'd say we're kind of troublemakers.
You're not wrong. We certainly are troublemakers.
It's a little ironic for me, but yeah.
Law abiding. Now, you know,
Well,
breaking some rules.
some rules need to be broken. I think some of the rules are, excuse my French, bullshit. and by French I mean not French. That's not real.
Excuse my undercommon.
Yes.
Ooh. Honestly, it deserves it. The amount of French work. Well, that's not scary at all.
No pressure.
You know. Well, we're gonna fight for you.
That's not smart.
We're not.
I don't care if it's not smart. That hasn't stopped me before, has it?
Not at all, actually.
Yeah.
I think a lot of us have a fighting spirit. So, hey, you're in this group.
You're one of us.
You're one of us.
We haven't known each other for long, but, you know.
We have to stick together.
Barry lets out a tiny roar in his sleep.
Aww.
He's snoring?
I think Barry agrees. I'm sure.
Unfortunately, there's not much that I can do now.
What were you able to do before coming here?
Do not tell this to Tauré. He is not ready for this information.
Should I take my headphones off? Just so I don't meta know this?
It's up to you if you want to do that.
No, I feel like I tend to meta a lot, so it'll be better if I just don't hear it. So, just message me when I should come back.
Okay.
Have you ever wondered why I never speak of my parents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't exist.
They what now?
What happened? Or what didn't?
They did exist,
Okay.
but when they passed, I erased them from history, from everyone's memory. I erased them. So they don't exist. Not anymore.
Why?
Not erasing them from history also means that you've forgotten pretty much everything as well. So that's the extent of what you remember about them.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Huh.
Some people don't deserve to be remembered.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
So yeah, don't give your name to a fae.
Too late.
we kind of have ours.
I was referring of the Enchantress.
I have a feeling that won't be too hard to avoid.
I'll be careful.
There's a lot more that a fae can do with your name.
I'm sure there's a lot more that could happen.
Like knives, stabbing.
Anybody can do that.
Not a big fan of the crystals, actually.
Ooh.
Yeah, the crystal sucks.
It hurt. I can tell you that for sure.
Sure looked like it did.
You should know. There are some secrets that I'm keeping. that I cannot tell you. For your safety.
It's definitely reasonable, but I
We
think
know
that if
yours,
you-
right?
I'm snoring.
I am not keeping these to harm you. If I wanted to do that, I would have already done it.
And that sounds pretty reasonable to me.
Yeah.
If you had any other negative intentions, I'm sure that it would have already happened.
I vote we all bonk each other on the head really hard. Because, hear me out, you can't tell a fae what you don't know. Sound proof logic?
I need that.
Well, I was meaning mostly the one that could charm us. I'm meaning bonking our own heads. That way, in case she ever talks. No, that's just,
We need that. We need our heads. Yeah,
I was trying to bring some levity to the conversation.
Sorry.
I'm not very good at jokes.
No, it was funny.
I think we should workshop your jokes.
I thought it was funny.
We can also workshop your insult.
Hey guys. Whoa. No, go ahead. God damn it. You guys want to hear a joke?
Yeah.
I'm afraid for the calendar.
Why?
Its days are numbered.
What's a calendar?
Numbers.
Ah, that's really funny. You've got to teach me.
Jokes? I can see. Yes.
He looks very disappointed.
I'm sorry.
I can also see. Yeah.
Dark vision.
Tieflings.
High five.
I know, that's really
Sorry,
weird.
bud.
High five, Krios.
At least
Hat
Ethan
nerd.
is the only one.
Wow.
You can charm me, but I'm immune to magical sleep.
20s.
Nerd.
Imagine.
Nobody can make Kyris go to sleep. She will be awake forever.
Except for when she goes to sleep.
If I get a rock and
Oh no! Oh no! It's not the type of a sleep forever we want. Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
good morning.
I was gonna make a joke, but that was gonna be a really bad joke, so never mind.
About this time, Victor, you have to get your remaining 2 hours of sleep for your rest. Tauré, You wake back up.
I want Victor to pass out right there.
Good night,
Not my
bud.
problem.
Flops over. Like at the same time, Victor falls over. Tauré sits up.
That's your chair.
Domino. Hey, Tauré.
Hello.
Tauré, I would like you to also roll a perception check. Disadvantage, of course.
Right.
Victor's asleep now.
11.
Oh, lovely. So we're all depending on the.
I don't like that laugh.
Not a good sign.
Victor's snoring.
Me.
Honk, shoot,
Victor's
me.
Distracting everybody else.
Themis,
Yes.
I do have one more question. Something you said about the seal. Would it... I know it would be important, but would it be worth noting to you if there was something else I saw it on?
Yes.
I'm not gonna pull a Kyris. I'm not gonna take my shirt off.
She didn't take her shirt off. She just lifted the back of it. Thank you.
Dude, why are we stripping?
I hate you all. I think it was funny.
PG people.
I do happen to have similar marking. Thought that might be important to note. Yeah, that's all I have. Questions? No. That'd be really awkward, because we've got, like, the cloak, we've got the shirt, we've got leather armor that's hidden underneath the shirt. It's just a whole bunch of layers. That's too much.
So you have it tattooed on you.
Yeah. I think it's what it is.
Where?
Across my chest. It extends to the back, a little bit down my arms, and I also have stuff on my ankles, but it's a different thing. The main symbol is just on the chest.
Did you have it before you went to bed that night?
So, fun story. No.
Krios.
Yeah.
I think you were dead. And then somehow you came back.
I don't... What? I think I was too.
I'm so mad right now.
As you guys
Beat me up.
As you guys are talking about this, though,
Oh.
you're very cold and it's hard to keep track of multiple things at once. This conversation is going on and You're not really looking outside the cave. The snow has died down completely. And in its place, strong winds.
Sorry, guys. As a tattoo story gets us killed, that's my bad.
You and Tauré hears it first. Hear a familiar stomping.
It's free real estate.
No!
Unfortunately, yes. Yes. Very similar to the ones that you heard when you were going up the mountain.
Ooh.
Not good.
Baba Booey.
As you go to peer out, you can't see much because the sun is coming up, reflecting off of the large amount of snow that has been deposited overnight. Kind of blinding to you. But you do see a large humanoid figure. Much closer than you expected it to be.
And with that,
As
we're
the
ending
snow
the
is
session.
Muffling its movements. As well as a couple of birds circling overhead.
Not the freaking birds!
Why'd you
And
have to
with
bring the birds
that-
back? They killed us!
And with that, we are gonna call it here because we do not have time to get into things.
Rule.
We, and correct me if I'm wrong, Claus, you are busy next week.
Why?
The 27th. So we will not be coming back next
Hey, we're
week.
gonna be back on.
We will be back in 2 weeks. So
Star Wars Day.
Maybe he'll be friendly this time.
Can we befriend it?
Oh, good idea. Let's come up with a plan.
You guys get 2 weeks to think about it. So,
And unjust behavior.
thank you,
I have a way to get us
everybody.
out immediately.
Thank you, everybody, for
You
stopping
do?
by. Well, you can plan later. We will be ending it right now. So thank you guys for playing. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. I do want to plug today the fact that I will be playing. I do play games on other days, D&D, which have been calling out this channel every time they've played. So want to make sure that they get that in there. There you go. And yeah, so more D&D on Fridays and Sundays if you guys want to stop by, because we will not be having it on next Thursday. Other than that, we will see you in 2 weeks to find out what the fuck is going on.
We might die, we might not.
Oh, well.
Bye.
Bye.